Have you been asking God, why am I hurting like this? Why the betrayal? Why the sleepless nights? Why the tears nobody sees? Why the waiting? Why the silence? Why the pain that keeps returning even after you prayed? Listen carefully, because God is speaking to you today. And this message is not an accident. You didn't click on this video by coincidence. He led you here for a reason. God says, "My child, your pain has a purpose. Not one tear has been wasted. Not one heartbreak was ignored. Not one lonely night went unseen by heaven. Even now, while you feel weak, while you feel exhausted, while you wonder if things will ever change, God is still working behind the scenes." Sometimes the greatest transformations happen in hidden seasons, and right now, you are in one of those seasons. God says, "I know what broke you." He saw the moment your heart shattered. He heard the words that wounded your spirit. He knows the disappointment you never told anyone about. People may have misunderstood your silence, but God understood every silent cry. The truth is, some pain changes a person forever. You tried to stay strong. You tried to smile through it. You tried to keep going while secretly falling apart inside. And maybe lately, you've been tired in a way sleep cannot fix. A deep emotional exhaustion. The kind where your soul feels heavy. But God says, do not mistake this season for abandonment, because sometimes God allows pain to produce a stronger version of you. A version that depends on Him more deeply. A version that sees life differently. A version prepared for a calling bigger than comfort. Think about it. Gold is refined through fire. Diamonds are formed under pressure. And strong faith is often built in difficult seasons. Your struggle is not meaningless. God is developing something inside you that comfort never could. God says, the pain you survived is becoming wisdom. One day, the thing that almost destroyed you will become the testimony that helps someone else survive. The tears you cry today may become healing words for another broken heart tomorrow. Nothing is wasted in God's hands. Not your failures, not your waiting, not your heartbreak, not your confusion. Even the chapters you wish never happened, God can still use them for good. And hear this clearly. Just because life hurt you does not mean God has left you. Sometimes God is closest during the moments you feel the weakest, because pain has a way of removing distractions. It reveals who truly cares. It humbles the heart. It deepens prayer. It teaches surrender. And while you thought you were losing everything, God was teaching you to hold on to Him. P. Strong. God says, P. I had to slow you down to save you. Strong. There were paths you wanted to take that would have destroyed your peace. Strong. There were people you begged to stay who were never meant to go where God is taking you. Strong. There were doors that closed because heaven saw what you could not see. Strong. At the time, it felt cruel. Strong. But later, you will understand the protection hidden inside the disappointment. Strong. Some delays are divine. Some endings are mercy. Some heartbreaks are rescue missions in disguise. Strong. And maybe today, you cannot see the full picture. Strong. But God sees every detail. Strong. The beginning, the middle, and the ending. Strong. He knows exactly how your story unfolds. Strong. God says, I call you stopping yourself for everything. You were carrying battles nobody knew about. You were trying to survive emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Strong. And yes, you made mistakes. Strong. But mistakes do not disqualify you from God's love. Strong. If God only used perfect people, nobody would ever be chosen. Strong. Moses doubted. David fell. Peter failed. Thomas questioned. Strong. yet God still used them powerfully. Strong. So stop believing the lie that your brokenness makes you unusable. Strong. Sometimes God uses broken people the most, because broken people learn how to depend on Him completely. Strong. And dependency creates intimacy. Strong. Bruh. God says, you are stronger than you realize. Look at everything you survived already. The heartbreak that almost crushed you. The anxiety that kept you awake. The betrayal you never expected. The silent battles nobody applauded you for fighting. Yet somehow, you are still here. Still breathing. Still standing. Still searching for hope. That alone is proof that God has carried you this far. And if He carried you before, He will carry you again. Do not give up now. You are closer to breakthrough than you think. The enemy wants you exhausted because your future holds purpose. There is something valuable inside you. A calling, a testimony, a future filled with impact. And pain has been preparing you for it. God says, one day, this season will make sense. One day you will look back and realize the delay taught you patience. The loneliness taught you dependence on God. The rejection redirected your path. The pain deepened your character. You will understand that God was not punishing you. He was preparing you. Preparing your heart. Preparing your spirit. Preparing your future. Because what God is about to do in your life requires a stronger foundation. And foundations are built in hidden places. That's why you cannot compare your journey to everyone else's. Some people look successful publicly while privately falling apart. But God is building something real inside you. Something lasting. Something eternal. God says, do not let pain make you bitter. Let it make you wiser. Let it make you kinder. Let it make you closer to me. The world has enough hardened hearts. But people who continue loving after being hurt, those people carry heaven's strength. And yes, forgiving is difficult. Trusting again is difficult. Healing is difficult. But staying trapped in bitterness is even more painful. God does not want your pain to poison your future. He wants to heal you completely. Not partially. Not temporarily. Completely. God says, I am restoring what pain tried to steal. The peace, the joy, the confidence, the hope. Little by little, God is rebuilding you. Even now, even if progress feels slow. Healing is not always loud. Sometimes it happens quietly, in prayer, in silence, in moments where nobody notices except God. And one morning, you will wake up and realize, the thing that once broke you no longer controls you. That is healing. That is growth. That is God's restoration. God says, keep going. Even when it's hard. Even when you feel emotionally drained. Even when answers seem delayed. Keep praying. Keep believing. Keep trusting. Because your current pain is not your final chapter. God is still writing your story. And the next chapter may contain the breakthrough you prayed for during your darkest nights. Do not quit before the miracle arrives. God says, your pain has a purpose. It produced strength. It produced wisdom. It produced deeper faith. It produced compassion. It produced endurance. And soon, it will produce testimony. One day people will hear your story and realize that only God could have brought you through it. The same person who cried alone at night will one day encourage others to keep believing. The same person who felt abandoned will become proof that God never leaves His children. Your story is not ending in defeat. God is turning pain into purpose, ashes into beauty, brokenness into strength, tears into testimony. So today, release the fear, release the bitterness, release the hopelessness, and trust God again, because heaven is still working on your behalf. If this message spoke to your heart, take a moment right now and whisper, God, help me trust your purpose, even in my pain. And remember, what hurt you will not define you forever. I will use everything for your good. Amen.